2K Sports.
Ready, gentlemen?
Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. The Detroit Pistons preparing to defend home court in this Eastern Conference battle. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando this season. In a season ago, Clark, they won the matchup, winning 3 and losing just 1.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, you know, then again, so did a lot of other teams.
Hey, Greg, we got to be honest here, which is really the only way I roll. Neither of these teams are world beaters. But you've got to start somewhere. A win tonight would be a step in the right direction.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Orlando, Jarrett Bayless is out there with McCollum. Then there's Warren. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Porzingis in at the 4 spot.
For Bayless, it was his 6th team in 7 years last season. A good utility combo guard to have. He can score, he can make plays for others. He's really defined his role in this league.
Dishes to Beal. They set the pick. The kick out to T. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. T's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Bayless's shot is off. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And Beal kicks to Turner. Drains it from 17 feet out. Turner's got his first points of the game.
Yeah, it's just a smart shot, taking advantage of the mismatch.
Well, with a stroke like that and the height advantage as well, the mid-range J is almost a gimme. Plain one-hand flush. I love it.
Clark, I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike.
Yeah, the one hand lets you get up higher.
No doubt about it. At least it looks like that from this angle.
And now Beal pushing it up, and no one back to stop him. Teague, the pass to Turner. Outside for Beal. Durant attacking. Beal with it. Now defended by McCollum. Here's Durant. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low. Really difficult for them to defend.
Over in the corner, Warren. Nurkic in the post. Turner covering. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Hey, guys, Porzingis was almost a rookie last season, but he opted to pull out of the early entry and wait a year for this past summer's draft. Seems to have worked out for him as far as how his draft stock has changed.
And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. Greg, you're right with Porzingis. It made sense for him to wait 1 more year. Clark has a lot to learn, but still comes over, as a much talked about player, a much better player than had he declared last season.
I agree with you, yet he'll still need time to develop, but all the ingredients are there. He's got a chance to be a really good player.
Yeah, the Latvian had a great shot for his height, and he'll be an interesting stretch for in the NBA.
Good call.
They get the rebound. And the wide open shot from Warren. And that comes off the assist by Jarrett Bayless. Bayless has got 3 assists in the game. Terry kicks to Garnett. Got a hand on it. Pass to McCollum.
Whoa! Oh, that was earthquake-ish. No such thing as a run-of-the-mill finish when we're talking about that young man.
Greg, he is a unique player in terms of his creativity around the rim.
As good as anybody in our league.
Oh,
power and grace in one package, fellas.
Warren kicks to McCollum. Stolen by Grant. Garnett outside. Kicks it out to Terry. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Well, for Detroit, their last game a loss to the Bulls in Chicago. And Bayless kicks to McCollum. Out to the right wing. And the shot no good, a bit short.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Now the feed to Garnett. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. T.J. Warren picks one up.
Shooting 2 for Detroit.
And guys, as we all know, Kevin Garnett is one of the very best power forwards ever to play the game. I mean, was passed by Tim Duncan last year for total rebounds by active players. Still an amazing statistic among many for KG, a future Hall of Famer.
Here's Bayless. No good with the triple.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
But better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that one down easily.
He dishes it to Nurkic. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And Yusuf Nurkic, really a big, good-looking young prospect. He's the guy that took Mozgov's place in Denver.
Yeah, originally, Kevin, drafted by the Bulls at number 16, then traded to Denver, as you indicated. His sheer size alone, 7 feet, 280. That makes him a force on the glass.
And it's Terry off the drive. Brown. And now Orlando on the break. The shot's good from Bayless.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
We've got 1:48 left in the first quarter.
And getting back to Nurkic, what makes him an intriguing prospect beyond his size is his exceptional balance. I mean, his excellent footwork makes him really effective in the pick and roll. He also possesses great lateral speed and quick hands for a big man. And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, there's no doubt. Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Magic.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
And, you know, talking about Nurkic, I mean, his father, a police officer in Bosnia. According to the Denver Nuggets broadcasters last year, Dad is 7 feet tall and weighs a good 400 pounds or more. That's a big police officer there, boy.
Garnett. But they'll get another chance. Shot by Terry, no good. Here's Orlando now. They're on a 14-6 run. And the shot by Warren, no good.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track. Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. It's the Magic. They finish off the first quarter on a 14-6 run. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Detroit Pistons.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And what do you guys think about the Magic here so far in this one?
And it's really about limiting their mistakes. And early on, they've been able to do that here in the first.
And, guys, I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways, and that's allowed them to widen that turnover margin.
They've got Grant. Pekovic is out there with Garnett. Then it's Jody Meeks. And it's Terry in the point guard position. That's the group for Detroit right now. The dish now to Barea. Fires the three. Another miss by Barea. And he gets it to go. 9 points for Kevin Garnett.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible. And Detroit was a 32-50 record last season. They didn't have any help from the schedule. They had a total of 22 back-to-back series on the year, tied for most in the league.
Greg, you just said the Pistons had a ton of back-to-back games. 44 were part of their back-to-backs, over half their schedule. Clark, they went 15-29 in those games.
And that's part of the reason why the NBA wanted to examine the schedule. I mean, it was a tough year for the Pistons. It's hard to get any momentum when you're playing that many back-to-backs.
Here's Teague. No good. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Puts it up from 15. They get it back. Barea kicks to Thompson. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. Thompson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Durant dishes to Beal. The kick out to T. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Beal. AT that time from Curry.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Durant. Oh!
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it. That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Curry can't get it to go. Beal, the pass to Beasley. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
And the second player taken in the 2008 draft, Michael Beasley out of Kansas State, has been the ultimate wild card. Incredibly high expectations for him. At one time, he was the best high school player in the country. But now, you know, Greg, in his 8th season, he's bounced around a little bit. You wonder if he will ever fulfill that great potential.
You know, you could argue he's the best player in college that 1 year at Kansas State. I mean, unstoppable scorer and rebounder on the collegiate level. And he's shown flashes, but that's the one thing about this level. So much of the game is mental. And not everybody's equipped to handle the responsibility of being a great player.
Excellent point. Orlando's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly. Got that one up quick. And the Magic lead by 3.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel. And thinking about Michael Beasley's career now, he did have a breakout season in 10 and 11 with the Timberwolves. It was enough to land him a 3-year, $18 million contract with the Suns a couple of years ago. Arrows seemed to be pointing up, but then things headed south quickly.
Ties back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Pass to Thompson. Takes a 3. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
That'll be a Pistons timeout.
And for last season, it was really just a victory for Beasley to get back in the league. I mean, did not start the season on any team. No doubt he has the skills, but something needs to happen for him in order to stick.
Here's Teague. Beasley the screen. Fires the 3. Another 3 for Detroit.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
The kick out to T. Rebound by the Magic. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road.
That would have been lucky had it fallen.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatics.
Oh, come on. Clark, he had to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, but hey. He's an athlete, and I can't fault him for that one. Although, if we missed it, I might have. Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum. I like the way they've picked it up here offensively in the second.
Yeah, up above 50% in terms of field goal percentage. They're on a roll.
Beasley with the steal. And now here comes Teague leading the break. Out of bounds. Pistons ball as Detroit keeps possession.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
And that one off the back of the rim and in. And 11 points for C.J. McCollum.
But you know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
Garnett. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Bayless's shot is off.
Their free throw attempts have really fallen off here in the second quarter. Not as aggressive.
They're settling. They've got to keep getting the ball inside. Create some balance offensively.
The Magic trailed by 7. The pass to Porzingis. He feeds it to McCollum. Here's Bayless. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Bayless has got his 3rd bucket of the night. Terry kicks to Garnett. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
I think he simply needs to get back to doing what he was doing there in the first quarter.
He is 3 for 3 from the free throw line. And the second free throw, good. Well, for Detroit, their last game a loss to the Bulls. Bayless dishes to Nurkic. Kicks it to Bayless. Takes the 3. Pekovic with the rebound. Pekovic has got 5 rebounds tonight. On up the court. And the dunk by Grant.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
Garnett. And it's off the back rim. No good. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Pistons ahead as they end the second quarter with a massive 16-7 run. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Just in attack mode, he was able to get in the lane at will in that first half.
Yeah, it really was aggressive attacking basketball at its finest. I mean, really a lot of fun to watch.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments.
We saw some good action from Durant. He has 14 points and 1 steal. What touch he's got out there. He's hardly missed anything.
And really the only thing you can do is try to keep the ball out of his hands.
Here's who Scott Skiles is starting the second half with. Porzingis is out there with Nurkic. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Jared Bayless. And it's Warren in at the 3.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Here's Warren. And that comes off the assist by Jared Bayless. Bayless has got assist number 7 for him tonight. Stolen by McCollum. And here we go with the Magic fast break. McCollum with the ball.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense. I'll tell you what, guys, Bradley Beal, a devastating long-range shooter. Effortless and smooth, textbook mechanics. When he gets in the rhythm from behind the arc, lights out, baby, lights out.
It's Durant with the drive, and he dunks it down.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Here's Teague. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Well, you just watched Jeff Teague. He's a natural scorer. Clark, he's also made steady improvement as a playmaker.
Yeah, you look at his assist rate, Kevin, well in the top 10 in the league. He's cut down on his turnovers as well. You can tell he's starting to really figure it out, and the game is slowing down for him.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Turner. Garnett comes in for Michael Beasley. Grant, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Jody Meeks in for Bradley Beal. And that one's good.
And he's also an athletic. You know, sometimes you forget that. I mean, this guy's got the tools also to be a terrific defender. And I still think he's developing consistency at that end of the floor.
Meeks passes to Garnett. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. And now it's a 10-point Piston lead.
And speaking of Jeff Teague's defense, I mean, his rebounding, I think, could also be a little higher. I mean, with his bounce, he can get in there and grab a few more.
The Magic trail by 10. Here's Bayless. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Bayless has got 10 points in the game. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Teague can't hit. Magic have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip.
You know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from three-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And Jody Meeks last season, coming off the best effort of his career the year before, signed a big contract with the Pistons. They thought he'd be their designated three-point shooter. Instead, he missed the first 22 games with a back injury and just never really got in sync.
And the Pistons making a change here. Terry's checked in. Porzingis can't hit.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Here's Garnett. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting. Now for Jody Meeks, we were just talking about with Greg last year, Clark. He did have a game where he rained 9 3-pointers on Orlando, just one short of the Pistons' all-time record.
Well, it's all about rhythm for him. I tell you where he finally found some rhythm last month of the season. I mean, he shot 57% from the field and 44% from behind the arc.
That one's good, and the Piston lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Bayless. Got a piece of it. The 3 from McCollum. Kept alive Orlando. Here's Nurkic. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That's on Nikola Pekovic. Orlando shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. So he comes up empty at the line.
Well, we all know how loud NBA arenas can get. I mean, last season there were some accusations thrown around that it wasn't all organic. I mean, some players felt as if some of the NBA crowd noise was artificial.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Garnett. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. T.J. Warren picks one up. Some heavy accusations about artificial noise being pumped in last year. We've seen the issue in the NFL, talked about now in the NBA. Seeing it in other sports, there's a case that maybe the NBA's got to deal with this.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I know some stadiums, it might feel like there is extra noise being pumped in. And listen, there are a lot of fan bases that we have are just flat out loud. I mean, it can be electric. But having said that, I don't think we want to have the artificial noise being pumped in. I think it does the game a disservice.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at him.
Here's McCollum. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. McCollum's got 6 in the quarter.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And Garnett misses. The Magic trail by 9. A clear look for Warren. Off target from the wing. And Meeks kicks to Garnett. Orlando grabs the miss. And here we go with Bayless. Nobody back. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Just absolute domination in this one for Bayless. He has 15 points and 10 assists also.
And we're seeing him at his very best today. Just really a joy to watch.
Well, I know I'm thoroughly enjoying it because he's amazing when he's on top of his game like this.
Durant for 3. Beasley right side. The Pistons working the ball around now. Beal's shot is good.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
You look at Kevin Durant, and he does have a bit of an unusual body type. Still is fairly thin, even after 8 years in the league. Yet, up until last season, he'd been one of the more durable players in the league. Kind of like Reggie Miller in that regard. Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
The Magic trail by 11. Beal pulls it in. Detroit's gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Durant with another miss.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And now here comes Teague leading the break. Tries from 10. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. 18 points for Kevin Durant.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Teague drives in. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Teague. 20 points for Kevin Durant.
And this collapse we've seen by their interior defense, it's really the reason why they've struggled and are in such a hole.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Missed. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's Detroit as they end the third quarter on a 15-5 run. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from the Palace of Auburn Hills. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Grant is out there with Garnett, and there's Bekovic. Then it's Jody Meeks, and it's Terry in at the point guard. That's the group for Detroit right now. Off the pick, and it's slammed in by Garnett.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and Clark, the dunk, caps it off.
Well, you know, for me, guys, it's all about positioning and anticipation on those screen plays, and they got it right there.
What a good time for the three-pointer. The fast break had the D scattered all over the place.
Terry dishes to Garnett. Fader on the way. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
That's his first personal foul.
Some good numbers for Garnett tonight. He's got 24 points, and he's hit 6 shots from the charity stripe, contributing to their offense.
And you know what? When he's had the opportunity, he's been in attack mode, and that's what led to those points at the line.
And both free throws good from Garnett.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, as cool as can be, Clark. Great focus and efficiency. That's how they built this lead.
The Magic trailed by 14. Curry wide open from outside off the mark. Meeks passes to Garnett. And that one's good. Garnett's got 6 here in this quarter.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
You can't be pleased with all these easy looks they continue to give up there in the paint.
No, I'm sure he's not, Greg. I mean, their defense is showing a lot of holes, especially down low. That's unacceptable.
A nice shot by Barea. Here's Teague. Inside, and it's Turner finishing it off.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no lying in those totals.
Left side Curry. From 15 feet away. And, yep, couple bounces, and it falls.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Beal gets a wide open look. The basket good off the assist from Durant. And it's 8 points here for Beal. Barea with it. Picked up by Teague. Turner with the steal. Here's Beasley. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Puts it up from 12. That's short off the rim. The Magic trail by 16. It's Curry outside. Tries to keep it alive. Kevin Durant with the rebound. Durant's got 6 rebounds in the game. That one goes. Count it. Beal's got 10 points in just the second half.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And really, there is no resistance defensively right now. It is just far too easy.
The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. The quick look, no good that time. From past the arc. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by T. 23 points for Kevin Durant.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer.
Another miss by Orlando.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he'd shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Teague with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. Again, Durant missing.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
And it's slammed in by Teague. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 10 assists.
You have got to be kidding me. I mean, that's a point guard playing like a power forward.
And he can do a little bit of everything out there.
Yeah, he torches defenders in all kinds of ways. When he's on the floor, he's a matchup headache.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. Last year, a good one for Jeff Teague, Clark. He was a first-time All-Star in this league.
He's a pick-and-roll technician, so good in reading the defense as he operates from that spot on the floor. He was really the catalyst for what was a really efficient offense for the Hawks.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. The Magic trailed by 21.
And Jeff Teague, a real speed merchant. I mean, very tough to stay in front of. He can put you on skates, blow by, and get right to the rim. +8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
And, guys, Jeff Teague, an attack guard. He's just an average three-point shooter, but he gets to the free throw line in bunches, shoots at a high percentage, and has really revolved, I think, into one of the elite point guards in the league. And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Detroit.
Clark, free throws were a big factor in this one.
Yeah, you know what? It's great to get to the line, Kevin, but the other half of that is you got to convert, and they did that.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. But I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Durant. You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards. This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of serve.
The shot by Turner, no good. 3-pointer. And Warren with the basket on the assist by Bayless.
Man, this fourth quarter has been tremendous. They have been exceptional from deep.
Yeah, a bunch of their points coming from long range here. A major barrage.
Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Teague for 3. And the shot is good.
And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that